Previously on Survivor.
We kind of want Joey more now, though, because everyone's kind of he put a humongous target on his back.
I've just been telling everyone Harvey solved it and probably has an advantage. And I'm like, but it's definitely not immunity because the last one was immunity. So I'm like, he wouldn't do immunity 2 times in a row, even though I solved it and have immunity now.
The 13th person voted out and the 6th member of our jury. Joey, that is 5. That is enough. And with that, the tribe has spoken.
This week I solved the riddle, so that was hype. I don't think I'm gonna use the bonus that it gave me until next week, the extra vote. Tonight's plan is to screw over Sahil and Andy by voting Sahil. All signs are pointing to that looks to be the move.
As you probably know at this point, I did win the advantage from the riddle. Spent probably 4 to 5 hours trying to solve that and have an advantage that I can use either in this challenge or the next challenge. Almost certainly going to use it in the next challenge because I feel pretty safe for this vote, and I also don't want to tell everyone that I won. I've told nobody, so there's no point in doing it. I know Harrison also won and has an extra vote, so I'm trying to make him feel pretty comfortable and like he does not need to use anything this week. So
I have no idea what's going on with Swartz. We might try to rope him in with us. We might just let him hang as just a person that we'll get next week. But there might be a plan to vote out Bittner next week because he is a target. He's never won, and he's very good and dangerous. So we'll see what goes on with that until then.
Okay, initial impressions for tonight's tribal is that hopefully it'll be another vote where I don't have to be paranoid and play my hidden immunity idol. It looks like Fields texted me and then I texted Beef to confirm that people might be able to unite around Sahil just because I guess he doesn't have too many close allies, so it might just be an easy vote for everyone to do without stirring too much trouble, but we'll see. Apparently I asked Fields who was in for it and he said me, of course, him, Beef, and then he said Bittner, which is good because I think Bittner probably actually tells Fields the truth as opposed to me, where when I text him he just tells me exactly what I want to hear every time. I don't know if I've said this before, but he literally just agrees with anything I said, says yeah, that makes sense, and then doesn't do it.
After last week with Joey being voted out, it obviously left Swartz in the minority, and he and I have been working together for a good portion of the game, so I immediately reached out to him to try to let him know that I still want to be allies. And so this week it would have been easy for people to go for Swords because he didn't have that many people left. But I think everyone sort of realized that it could be used as an opportunity to go for someone else.
Maybe even Andy will get behind the vote because he and Beef are low-key working together apparently. And maybe Harvey will be happy to vote it also just to stay alive. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Also, of course, the challenge will mix things up, and winning the challenge would be great because then obviously I wouldn't have to play my hidden immunity idol. So
I've been hearing my name a little bit. I haven't really been talking to anybody at all during the week. Just been busy with finals and stuff. But yeah, so today I started asking around, and at first it just seemed like either we're going for Harvey or Swartz. I'd be fine with Harvey. Like, he was on my tribe the whole way, but I'm not really, like, I don't know him. And we haven't talked at all, so Like we are allies as well. Like we've always voted the same way, but we're not allies, so it's fine. Whatever.
So it seems to me that so far we have people, some going for Harrison, some going for Sahil, and I'm kind of squarely in the middle of that. On the one hand, I was on board with getting Sahil because we haven't worked so much together, but I like him and I think we can work together. On the other hand, Harrison has been orchestrating a lot as is seemingly a power player these days. So given that we might have the opportunity to get him out, I sort of suggested to a few people that we should go for him. So I told Beef that we should go for him. He was sort of on board. I told Sahil if we went for him, it would save him. Andy might be on board as well.
Apparently my name, Andy threw around my name, at least to start the day, to Beef, so that definitely gets me a little bit worried, so maybe I will end up using my idol. But the way it's looking, depending on the challenge, I think Harvey or Sahil will go home. I think Sahil apparently might be an easier vote because Bittner would be on board, and then me, Beef, Fields, Bittner, Pledge Father, Pledge Son duos would be able to vote him out even if no one else wanted it. And if Sahil wins immunity, then hopefully we can vote Harvey, which might be a little trickier because Bittner probably doesn't want that because I imagine they've been working together. So we'll see, but I'm thinking more and more that I might want to play my hidden immunity idol because I don't want to go home with it in my pocket because that'd be not ideal. So yeah, pretty much there's that.
Oh yeah. I think it's Bittner who's trying to vote against me. But yeah, so I gotta get him. He's my next target. Bittner will be out next week. You can have my word. All right.
Personally, I think it makes more sense from my perspective to see Harrison go, because even though we have been working pretty closely together, I think he might be a threat towards the end of the game. Just with all the power he's built up, and supposedly he has an advantage right now. So we'll see where this tribal goes, but I think it's going to be one of them, and hopefully Harrison.
Oh, and as far as I know, Fields and Beef and maybe anyone they're talking to think that Harvey has the advantage. So even though I have the secret immunity idol, my text sending around just trying to, or Beef texting me that Harvey might have, and then me spreading that to Fields. Hopefully that's been going around so that no one suspects at all that I have it. I don't think anyone suspects at all that I have it because those hints were so freaking hard. So yeah, I think I'm in a good position of people not knowing I have the immunity idol, but I still think I might be a target anyway. So we'll see if it comes out tonight. Probably will, but we'll see.
But I feel pretty good it's not me this week. It's possible. I know people still know I have an idol and they should be trying harder to flush it, but it's what it is. No one seems to be doing it. It's also probably because I'm allied with literally everyone in the game, so there's no reason to try to throw me under.
I don't know how to feel about Beef also. That's an interesting thing because we're like good allies. Like obviously like he's talking people off of voting for me. But he also has his immunity, and I know he's also tight with everybody in the game.
Long story short, I've been working really closely with Harrison, very closely with Bittner, very closely with Swartz, close with Fields. But at the end of the day, you got to break some alliances in this game, and you got to make some big moves. So I've already made some big moves. The Randy vote was big for me. The James vote was also big for me. And if I learned any lesson from that, it's that Bittner will still trust me after I make a move that potentially, could damage his long-term game. And this will do that. So I'm seriously considering getting Harvey out. I think he has played the best game out of anyone left, other than Fields. But I'm going with Fields to the end. And I think Harvey's just not going to see this one coming. I really hope he doesn't play his extra vote.
So, let's get on to the challenge for immunity this week. Throughout all of the challenges that you've done this season, I've given you all the information in terms of times and numbers of stuff and everything. Each round, I'm going to ask a question about a previous challenge. And you estimate, or if you remember, write down the answer that you think it is. The person that is the furthest away from that answer in that round, from the correct answer, is eliminated. And then we're just going to keep going. So first question. This has to do with the guiding me around my apartment blindfolded challenge. So Ray won this challenge. How many balloons did he have me find?
I didn't even take part in this challenge. I'm fucked.
I did put it.
I know you put it. I just don't even have a base number of balloons to go off of. That's a random guess. All right.
Triple figures.
Reveal. All right. The correct answer was 12. So unfortunately, Bittner, 9 is the furthest away on that. In the number of push-ups challenge, this is not Alec who won, but Reggie. How many push-ups did Reggie have? Reveal.
Mine's supposed to say 53. I don't know if you can see it.
Lowballed it bad.
Yeah. All right. So the correct answer was 55.
Yeah.
So Harrison, unfortunately, what did you have? 23?
22.
22. Yeah, that's a.
Dude, you know Reggie does
far
push-ups
off.
in my room every
That was
night.
closer to Ray and I.
Next question. In the slide puzzle challenge, what was the time of James's finishing of the slide puzzle challenge?
What place did James get?
He was in 4th place.
Right.
Reveal.
Crap.
All right. The correct answer is 6 minutes, 24 seconds.
Oh, that's what it is.
Wait, I cut out. What was it?
6 minutes, 24 seconds.
I'm out.
So Swartz is eliminated that round. Sahil, how did you get that, like, bang on?
I was in the call with you. I don't know. I remember him saying that it took him 5 minutes to figure out something, and then someone was like, "Well, you still finished in like," and I
All right.
Sahil's gonna win this challenge. Like, there's just no doubt.
Cool. So
That's insane.
now it's between Beef, Sahil, and Fields. Next question is, in the very first challenge that we had, it was the Easter eggs tossing with water. What was the time of the winning tribe of Caliban?
I don't even know which tribe I was on.
Was I on? Was that my tribe?
My tribe won.
I think that was our tribe.
It's blue, if you were on blue to begin with.
I don't even remember.
Sahil, you were on orange to begin with. I know that. Reveal. 18 minutes, 55 seconds, 17:38,
Hey,
Good one.
and
17:38.
10 minutes. All right, the correct answer was 16 minutes and 54 seconds. So, Alec, unfortunately, that means you are eliminated. It is now down to Beef and Sahil. The time that it took for Bayani to win the word puzzle in the second challenge. Keep in mind that second challenge.
Wait, which challenge was this?
think you're doing
That
Bittner
challenge,
first,
Caliban did not finish. The answer was Crescent Silver Horn.
Oh, was that the one that we were down there for like an hour on? Like 2 hours on?
Yes.
Fuck, I have no idea. Sahil was on that tribe, so he's gonna know this. I mean, I was not there for this. How would I know?
Reveal.
oh Jesus.
Okay, so it's either just before a half hour or just after, or just before an hour and a half. The correct answer, I might actually have to do some math on this, was 58 minutes and 27 seconds. It's just barely Beef.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, so that means
Oh,
Beef
you thought we were solving a puzzle for an hour and a half?
Yeah, I don't know.
The other puzzle we spent like 2 hours on. So
Yeah. So that one I set a time limit of an hour, and yeah, so Bayani barely beat the time limit that I set for Caliban. So with that, Beef wins immunity. Congratulations. He cannot be voted out at this tribal council that's coming up right now.
Okay. Got a little scared there for a second. Really thought Sahil, who was our plan to vote out tonight, was going to get voted. Was going to get immunity. Our idea behind that is we want to sort of break up the Andy Sahil kind of power duo. And yes, it's going to piss off Andy. However, without Sahil, he's kind of just another goat. Yeah, we got lucky. Beef clutched up. But basically, knock wood, if everything goes as planned, this should be easy final three for me, Beef, and Fields. Knock wood again.
I just know that a finale of me, Harvey, and Bittner should never happen. Like, that just does not make sense. Those are 3 total power players in this game, and if I have any chance, I should not be doing that.
Because after this, we're probably going to go for either Swartz or Bittner, and then the week after that, we'll go for Swartz or Bittner, whoever we don't vote out, and then the week after that, we'll get Andy, and then final 3, knock wood again.
I've worked with everyone at this point, so someone's gonna get screwed, and that's just how this game is.
Okay, challenge didn't go as planned because I didn't win, but the next best result happened, which is Beef winning. So I think there's a chance he might even put his immunity idol on me. I'm just kind of pulling that out of my ass because he had mentioned that he didn't want to hold on to it too long. That'd be pretty risky for him because now he's guaranteed top 5 if he plays his idol next week. So maybe he'll do that for me. But anyways, it wasn't Sahil or Harvey who got it.
The two of them were really close.
Yeah.
But if we were to vote Sahil next week potentially.
Apparently, I got info during the challenge after I lost from Fields that Andy has already submitted his vote because he will not be there, and he voted Harvey. Yeah, I think Harvey, especially with Andy's vote down, we're guaranteed to stay around another round, and we get rid of someone who's been against us loosely.
Yeah, I think it's the move. Also, I think he has the advantage.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So we get the numbers on him. Advantage goes away. We're chilling.
Yeah, I think that's the right move.
For sure.
Okay. All right, sweet.
Yep, let's hop back in. So Fields, me, Beef, Andy is already enough to get him. So I'm not playing my idol. If Fields gave me false info and I go at home tonight, I'll never speak to him again. He's dead to me. So hopefully it's the last we see of Harvey.
So, first things first, congrats, Beef. You won the challenge that just happened a few minutes ago. Do you have any words you would like to say on that?
No, that just was dumb luck. I mean, Sahil and I met in the middle on that one, and yeah, it was lucky. There's no skill in that.
Swartz, what was your opinion of what happened at last tribal council?
Last tribal council. Wait, who went home last tribal council? I'm sorry. I just know it wasn't me. Huh?
Joey.
Oh, Joey. Oh, yeah, that was BS. Joey should still be here today. He's a fallen brother. Brings a tear to my eye to see him go. But, yeah, I was not on the right side for that vote. Losing a vote, never fun. Losing what I felt like was an ally is one fewer number on my side, so a little less comfortable than I would be if he was still around, but we'll see.
Swartz feels uncomfortable about this vote. Do you see him kind of on the outs in this vote as well, or have things shuffled around and changed again?
2 of the last 3 votes were close allies of his, but I think part of the reasons for voting Reggie and Joey out were, not just targets against him, but, results of like Reggie winning 2 consecutive immunities. So, anything's possible in this game, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and Harrison, this game is very quickly kind of dwindling down. All right, actually, who are you just texting? What's going on?
If you must know, I was texting Zach Swartz.
Okay, was it about this vote?
It was just about Survivor in general.
Okay, so just like every other tribal council we've had, attacks are occurring while we are recording, right?
Yeah, it's like
I'm
when
not getting any
except
texts.
instead of whispering, we're texting.
what's the strategy to get from 7 down to the 3?
Was that an open-ended question? Sorry, I wasn't really listening.
No, that was to Harrison.
Oh, it's me?
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, what was your question?
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Keep texting.
Wait. You were wondering what my strategy is dwindling down to 3?
Yes. Like, how are you going to get from 7 to 3?
I mean, the same way I'm playing the entire game, trusting my lines, and kind of just talking to a lot of people, sending out feelers. Yeah, nothing. I don't think anything changes really. My alliance has been, knock wood, pretty strong throughout since merge, and like I don't see that breaking up, knock wood again, anytime soon over the course of the next couple of votes. And so personally, I don't think my gameplay is going to change that much.
Okay. Alec, same question to you. Do you see your gameplay kind of changing and shifting and evolving as the game dwindles down in numbers?
Yeah, definitely to some extent. I still think there are enough people left that it's the same original strategy, which is just trying to make sure like I'm in the loop. I think that never changes. But other than that, I don't know, it hasn't changed so much, but we'll see. Maybe as it gets smaller.
Tahoe, what about you?
Never really had a plan in the beginning, so no.
So nothing changes?
No, not really.
So is your plan to just like not have a plan and just like not strategize really, or?
No, but I guess I'm more of a short-term thinker, and so it's like the same stuff in the short term, so like no point in planning for the future if you don't know what that future is going to be, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So what was the short-term plan going into this week?
To make it through this week.
Okay. So you're taking a much more of like just a straight survival kind of strategy.
That's the name of the game, yeah. I gotta say it.
I was gonna say that also. Like, it's the name of the game.
Yeah.
All right, Swartz, do you feel the same way? Just everything has to go kind of.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Every week you're just trying to keep as many allies around as possible, so it's kind of the same. Your end game strategy, at least for me, is just to get there with allies or I don't know, like I'm not really worried about the whole like making a case thing at the end. I think if you make it to the end, you already everyone will have a good case. So I'm just trying to survive every week and set myself up best for the next vote and the next vote.
All right.
To say that was a very eloquently done, Zach.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is your strategy to kind of look at the bigger picture or look at the week by week more of just like a straight short-term survival strategy?
Combination of both. Yeah, it's like you have to look week to week to see where the dynamics are going, but you also want to look long term so that you can have some influence over a dynamic as you get to later votes. Yeah, they work hand in hand, so I think you do a little bit of both.
Bittner, adding on to that, basically in terms of long-term strategies, you have to kind of look at the game and see you're at a final 3, you have to be with people that you think you can beat. Has that gone into your strategy at all so far?
I mean, in a way, I pointed out right before Ray was voted out about how there are a lot of people in this game who have really strong resumes, and I think that needs to be considered. But also at the same time, if the people who have strong resumes are your best in working with them or your best bet of getting to the end, then you have to be able to look at the big picture and say, as much as it might help my resume to vote them out, is it gonna help me get through next week after I do? And I don't think I've bridged a point where that's been something I've really had to strongly consider. Is looking at the big picture, sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
Harrison, going off of that, would you rather come in a spot that's not in the final three while trying to make a big move on someone that you think you wouldn't be able to beat in the final three, or make it to the final three but know that you don't really have a chance at winning the game?
uh, I mean, I would rather go out in a blaze of glory, so to speak. But also, I think like making the final three is, like Swartz said, like a big achievement on its own. And like if you're in the final three, like you have a resume to at least you're close to winning, you're on the podium. So while it might seem cool or like chaotic or flashy to go out trying to make a big move, like guns a blazing, the smarter move would probably be to try to make it to final three, staying relatively quiet.
Is there anything that people want to say right now, talk about?
I'm ready to vote. I need to eat dinner.
All right, then it is time to vote. Alec, you're up first.
I don't see a way in which I get blindsided if he isn't a part of it. And he knows the game. He should have done it by now. It's a game move. Hate to do it, but it's a game move. Love you, man.
Sorry, you've been loyal. We're the last two old Biani in the game, but sometimes it's gotta be like it is.
I don't know. I have this weird feeling I'm about to get screwed over. Maybe it's because I'm so close to making final six again, and I'm just nervous. But things have been really quiet, and I feel like some people know something I don't. Hopefully that's not the case, but not a lot I can do about it at this point. Honestly, I wanted to vote Swartz instead, but it seemed to be where the votes were going.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Then with that, I'll read the votes. First vote, Harrison. Sahil. Harrison. Harrison. That's 3 votes Harrison, 1 vote Sahil. Sahil. That's 3 votes Harrison, 2 votes Sahil. And the 14th person voted out, and the 6th member of our jury, Harrison. That is 4. That is enough. And with that, Harrison, the tribe has spoken. All right. So, yeah. So thank you guys for making tonight work. I know it's finals season and everyone's struggling. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing.